I'm sure you can hear it in these videos the way I have to wheeze in some oxygen at the end of every sentence, but I'm fat. Mix that in with the autism and I am the stereotypical loser you can think of in your head right now. I'm somewhat comfortable with that now, but when I was a kid growing up, the whole disappointing my parents every week thing left a bad taste in my mouth. When I didn't try, I screwed up and got yelled at. When I tried my best, I still screwed up and got yelled at. And I remember one of the worst times was when I bought a game on the Ware shop because I saw PewDiePie play it. Muscle March. Buff bodies chasing after their protein, showing off hella cheeks and doing poses? Yeah, it's no surprise my mom looked at 10 to 11-year-old me and thought, is this little fucker gay? I just wish she didn't say that to my face, or yelled it at me. But hey, my favorite Japanese media ranges from JoJo's to Baki to Kengan to Berserk. All of those got buff men doing poses and being physical with each other, so maybe she was onto something. Welcome back to Retrospective Rematch, a series where I go back to games I couldn't beat or finish for whatever reason and beat them. Back then, I never played Muscle March again because of the shame. I didn't want to be yelled at again. But now, the most shameful parts of me can be sold as comedy for public affection online. So, I want those views and likes, and therefore I don't care anymore. Take off your shirt and get ready to flex. It's time to Muscle March. This game came out in 2009 in its home country of Japan, and then 2010 for everyone else. According to Wikipedia, Muscle March was initially an arcade game developed by new hires at Bandai Namco, but it was chosen to not be made into a cabinet because there was another quote-unquote game that is too similar at the time. When the Wii came out, old head at Namco Hideo Yoshizawa suggested for Muscle March to be repurposed for that console, and the rest is history. Like all my other videos, I got a quick disclaimer here. I'm not playing on original hardware. I am indeed a fraud.
You're a fraud. A total fraud.
Anyways, you've got 7 characters to pick from in Muscle March. There's not really anything special about them besides looks. There's Tony, the American football player, Radimov, the Russian who probably sells people underground glitter drugs at raves, Abebe, the local veterinarian, Pedroso, the Spanish guy who just survived a round of The Bachelor, or as a YouTube comment once said, a ripoff of a Zappelli from JoJo. Ryo Hamao, Japanese man who just got out the gym, Rossi the cocaine bear after it finds all of the cocaine, and Brenda, local woman. For my first time, I choose Abebe because he's got a duck in his hair, and this is where we see the main draws of Muscle March. Knowing now that this was meant to be an arcade game, I understand why everything is over the top and flashy. Sure, this is released by the same people who made one of my favorite silly core games of all time, Katamari Damacy, so there's bound to be similarities, but it was also meant to be drawing people in to spend their disgusting off-color tokens. It's colorful, it's happy, the music fucking bangs, you're listening to it now, and the overall vibe of the game is, we're happy you're here. Honestly, if there's anything that we should keep of Muscle March alive, it's that music. You're gonna be hearing it a lot more in my videos from now on. The basic gameplay is this. If you're playing this how it was meant to be played, you'd be posing with a Wiimote and a nunchuck to pass through walls while chasing your protein thief like you're a contestant on Hole in the Wall. Remember that show? Side note, that show pissed me off as a kid. Jump! Just fucking jump! Literally just fucking... It was just so fucking stupid. How these were like simple shapes in the walls, and these fuckers in like these aluminum foil suits couldn't do the pose. It made me mad. Could I do any better? No. But anyways, since I'm riding that dolphin, I don't have a Wiimote or whatever. I'm doing everything using analog sticks. It works. Ooh shit! Ooh! Fuck. Fuck! Like this is hard. Mostly. Anyways, you chase your thief as your buddies slip on banana peels and drop out. Another side note, I like how when your buddies drop out, they're posing even as they fall off. They even offer you words of encouragement. That's a nice touch. As your fellow bodybuilders drop out, the game gets faster and, that's where the challenge is. Can you hit those poses fast enough to not eat the fucking wall? Once you get close enough to your thief, you're supposed to just fucking swing your Wiimote and nunchuck like your life depends on it to tackle them. Unless you're me, and you just move your analog sticks up and down real fast. Just like the dash in Katamari! Once we catch the first thief, a random football player, he throws it up to... Wait a minute. Was that a fucking alien? Yes, it was. Every stage has 3 thieves you gotta catch, and 3 levels in each stage that each thief takes you through, the difficulty ramping up slightly with each one. At this point, these protein thieves aren't stealing your shit to work out, they're doing it for the love of the game, D1 hater type shit. At least they aren't reverse flash levels of hate them. I mean, we're running past kids, businessmen, space kids, space people, this thing, and they don't seem to mind. Reverse Flash would have zeroed everyone out here. So we chase the alien who then gives it up to the closest thing Muscle March has for a boss. Was that Lex Luthor? No, it wasn't Lex Luthor. It was Mech Muscle. He's always the last thief in these stages, and he's always throwing ass. God damn! Look at him shake that fucking thing. After we catch Mech Muscle, we move on from the city to the village. Is that a fucking Kappa? We're gonna beat this Kappa to imp? We're gonna beat this imp to death. Tackle. Who the fuck was that? I know... Nobunaga?!
Oda Nobunaga. Naze?
We are going to beat your head in. Beat them cheeks in. God damn, you see the way that he's shaking that shit? God damn! Why is he shaking that shit so fucking hard? The village with Mech Muscle was the only time I struggled with this game. Something about this specific tunnel section into the bamboo forest kept fucking me up, but nonetheless, my nethers caught up to Mech Muscle. Final stage, the station. Side note, I like how there is seemingly no thematic build up to these stages. You'd think it's like village to town / city to lab to station. But no, it's city, village, then suddenly we're in fucking space chasing mutants. Like I said, they don't even need that protein, they're just doing this shit for fun. I mean, look at these two fuckers. They look like that, but they can consistently carry themselves and hit that cardio for miles? That's fucking insane. Anyway, I flipped a coin for my last character. It was between Rio, the Japanese guy, and Brenda, the big British lady. And as you can see, Brenda won. Ladies, for the final stage, women are taking the gold home. Protein gold. Protein, whatever. Okay, we're on a space station. A robot seems very appropriate. Why the fuck is a robot needing my protein, bro? He has an entire galaxy! He has an entire galaxy in his fucking stomach! He is literally Mr. Universe! He doesn't need more protein, what the fuck? We're about to beat this robot's head in, bro. Tell me why I'm doing the best I've done so far with Brenda. Like, I don't want to jinx it, but Brenda's got it. I don't know why, but Brenda's got it. As soon as I start saying Brenda's got it. Nope, I was right. Brenda's got it for some fucking reason. Now, the final stage. The final Mech Muscle. Not really. The final protein. Muscle March really was that short. Well, there was also this endless mode I played that technically has the final Mech Muscle. I lasted until like 70 or something. But yeah, Muscle March was really that short. The stages are fantastical. They're really fun to look at. I like the little people just jumping around everywhere. The music is wonderful. I think that's the best part of the game. And you know what? It's simple. It's a simple, fun time. That's all the game really needs to be. Playing this game all these years later gives me a funny feeling as a 25-year-old. It seems obvious to me now that despite the abundance of muscly ass cheeks flapping about, this game is obviously just another form of Japanese absurdist humor. There's nothing gay about it, and I wish my mom saw that. And even if it was gay, I wish my mom's love for me in that moment mattered more to her than if her son liked other boys. But hey, there were people freaking out about Pokemon and Harry Potter, calling it the devil, so I guess adults will always be tripping over something their kids do, huh? It feels like society will always attempt to contain you and yours into tiny little cages that have very specific labels on them. If you do this, you're that. If you act this way, you're that. Even in recent movements over the years, people attempting to be free with their gender or sexuality have still put others into these tiny little cages, repeating the mistakes of yesterday. Chances are, whoever you are watching this, you can relate in some way. It sucks. It's hard. And the worst part is, the solution is the one you've known your whole life. As corny as it is to hear, the solution is to be yourself, and to always try to know more about yourself while you're at it. For me, I still don't know who I am fully, but I don't want to restrict how I act to please some faceless entity hovering over me anymore. I want to live. I want to do what I want, whether that be staring at nearly naked men hit poses while crashing through people's houses or whatever. Because I think this is the only way to be free. Somewhere in me is still that fat, ashamed kid. Maybe inside you is something similar. And I think if you ever want to be free from these tiny cages that restrict who you are, you need to first be willing to be yourself, no matter what people might say or do to you. When I was a teenager, ashamed of my poetry because my mom disapproved of it, a friend's mom told me something that I want you to hear. At the end of the day, the only opinions that should be in your head, swirling around in your thoughts, should be yours. At the end of the day, the only person that you're alone with is you. And I think that's something we should all take to heart. Sorry for the short video and the fact that there aren't as many jokes in here. I wanted to get something done so I don't have the 3-month gap between videos like usual. And I'm sorry if this video feels more like a therapy session than it did a rematch video, but honestly, I think that's what I needed these videos to be, what I needed this one to be. Simultaneously funny and therapeutic. I'm glad I got through Muscle March because I think I got through some other stuff at the same time while making this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to keep up with me and see more stuff from me, please leave a like, comment something, and subscribe. My name is Fourheadweapon, my friends call me Katamari, and you can call me whatever you like. See you next time.